with the shadows creep. To be filled is joining while Cryptid sleep. Sasquatch dancing from the southern skies. Monkman's bitches with glowing eyes. History built and Cryptid cartoons. Space out radio, blasting past the moon. Dogman house, aliens grin. Buoys block as the weird begins. Charles legends that we love, from swampy lands to stars above. Rushes pays, the crowd leans in. Every stroke lets the fun begin. So buckle up, touch truth news. Dirty film and cryptic cartoons. Space out radio, we're trying for you.
Greetings, puny mortals, and welcome to another episode of Cryptic Cartoons with Dirty Fylth. Today's a extra special episode because we're going to have a gigantic giveaway at the end of the show. It's going to be the plushie drawing bundle, along with whatever we draw today, because I decided I'm going to do another... there we go, set that there. I'm going to do another improv drawing here. So I'm going to start with a gray alien of some sort. And then everybody else is going to have to help me out here and put some ideas together. Let's see. Magneticus Attracticus is saying, oh, yes, by the way, I'm here every Saturday pending alien abduction or if I get beaten up by a Bigfoot or something. So you can check it out every single Saturday. And also during the week, Dave with the regular show. There, I got to adjust the camera a little bit. And on Wednesdays, Handsome Grantavius Flavius Maximus. And on Fridays, Element 115 or 115 with Lee Strauss. And without further ado, I'm going to get this alien underway here. And on top of that, I'll have to get everybody to help me out with the idea of what else is going to happen here. Excuse me. All right, so this will probably be an alien. He's going to be doing something in the winter here. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he's going to have a... We need some friends to help out here. This will be one of the two drawings that'll be given away at the end of the show, which I will share with everyone momentarily. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday, and thank you for joining me here. Yes, and if you haven't already chosen a number between 1 and 100, you'll have it's probably easier if you're watching from Twitch or from anywhere else. It may be easier to jump into YouTube and whatnot. Well, look, it's my pal Bugs. Hey, Bugs, how's it going? And Magneticus Attracticus, and Undead Jed, and Magnus Zvederquist. Probably said that wrong. I apologize. And Race Fan, if you're still here, let me know if you have the same address so I can get you a Christmas card. And Bugs, I believe I have your address as well, so I will get you a Christmas card. And hi, Kitty Cattywhack, if you're still here. But just let me know, and then I will get those out promptly. Excuse me. All right, so here we got as of unyet known gray alien, and he's going to be, I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. He's going to be holding probably a shovel because he's going to be doing his first shoveling of the year, which is never very much fun. I had to do a little bit of shoveling today. It snowed last night, and well, there's two things I judge people on in the world. One is the books in their library, and the second is how well they keep their sidewalks clean in the winter. And since he's an alien, he doesn't really understand how to hold the shovel properly. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for this alien here. I'm not sure what Carl, Stanton, and Alan are doing. They're probably sitting at the space bar as we speak, formulating some kind of plan. That's what they usually like to do. Formulate plans, try to get rich off of it, and it never seems to work for them. So, oh, yep. And Mr. Gargoyle has found a spot on top of Foxxx where he normally sits, because that's why I bring her here. Let's not lie about it. 100 years ago, I was like, all right, Foxxx, I need you to come hang out. I'm going to draw cartoons, and you can take care of the cats for me. He's like, great. Are you going to pay me? And I said, no, but I can buy you chicken wings. And so she agreed to that. So I pay her in chicken wings, just like Dave pays me in slices of pizza. But I have to go to Vegas to get the pizza. Speaking of Vegas, I'm pretty much 99% sure. Oh, hello, Nosferatu. How's it going? Yes, thanks, Jenny Carter. Nosferatu and I share the same haircut. And actually, the original Nosferatu is much better than the newer one. But that's kind of my opinion. I don't like that director very much. The Lighthouse was actually a good film. Can't remember his name. Uh, anyways, so here we got Alien holding the shovel incorrectly, like he thinks he's doing some sort of, I don't know, curling or something. I don't know. Giant shuffleboard is what curling really is. Alrighty. Okay, serious question here. Do you know why the 6ix9ine makes people think about snoo snoo? I do not know. Please enlighten me. Hey streamer, I just dropped a fellow. I love your gaming skills. I know a Twitch broadcaster. Oh great. Right on. My gaming skills are just through the roof. This video game is called Me Drawing a Cartoon. So, blame Bill and Bob. Triple AA book. Well, we'll have to figure that out, Magneticus or Tracticus. I don't know what the triple A book is, but I will find out. So I also need to know what else is going to be happening in this drawing here. So I'm leaving it up to you guys to do the old HBO special here and help a brother out. I got to draw a tree in the meantime because you can't have a winter scene without a tree with snow on top of it. It just doesn't work that way. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm pretty much 99% 99% sure I'm going to go to the Vegas thing next year. I sent my uncle my request to see the type of damage I'm looking at. Maybe if I'm nice to Dave, he'll just let me sleep on the floors in his hotel room or something. Or I don't know, maybe Grantavius Flavius Maximus will be there and I can sleep on his floor. If all else fails, I mean, it's just Vegas. I can just go sleep outside. It's relatively warm there. I don't care what people say if it's winter and whatnot, but hello, the Roswell alien. I hope you're enjoying your time in the bunker somewhere in the desert. Excuse me, in the Nevada desert down there. I wonder if this is one of your buddies. All right. I'm just going to continue this here. What should I do on this next, Fox? Everybody else is being tardy. I shouldn't say that, actually. I'll tell you off camera when it's appropriate, so I don't get too many people grumpy pants.
One of the sprogs frolicking in the snow.
Yes, we'll have a sprog in the snow.
Probably friendly.
Yeah, that's usually easiest. You know what? I got a good idea for that. Sometimes the sprogs. Let's sprogs. All right, here we go. He's going to be peeking out from inside this pile of snow because I let them out earlier momentarily and didn't like it too much because he realized how cold it was. Little arm sticking out too. Why not? And his tail all frozen up. Look at him, his big snow pile. But yes, I'm going to go to the Vegas thing next year, more than likely. And as I was saying, I'm going to bring a whole bunch of drawings and junk. And if you're interested, I believe, let me double check the dates here. Because I had to ask Dave, because my Fischgehirn brain here doesn't really work very well. Scroll over there. May 21st to the 25th will be in Vegas, causing a ruckus. Hello, Forrest Louis. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. We might have to put an alien in here somewhere, or the UFO, because you just can't have a drawing without UFOs in there. So if anybody's interested, yes, May 11th to May 21st to the 25th. I usually get there on the Friday because I have to work, and shipping those kayaks and fishing gear out isn't going to just ship themselves. There's a little UFO up here too. So, by the way, if anybody's just jumping in at the end of the show, I'm just kind of getting everyone to help me out drawing this improvised drawing here. And then at the end of the show, I'm going to give this drawing away. We also have some plushies to give away as well. And this magnificent drawing right here. This is the drawing that's going to go with it. It's a cow being abducted by an alien. It's all framed and everything. All you have to have is a physical mailing address or post office box of some sort. And then what happens is I'm going to roll some dice, and whoever picks, you're going to choose a number between 1 and 100, and whoever chooses the number closest to it or directly on that number wins. In case of a tie, obviously there will be some type of roll off of some sort. Ooh, well, Forrest Louis, I'm happy that I can provide you some entertainment on a Saturday afternoon or evening or morning, depending on where you live in the universe. But we'll give this drawing away first. I have no idea what I'm actually drawing. I'm just kind of going along, and if anybody wants me to add something, just let me know, and we'll put that in there. And then, like I said, come to Vegas next year and get yourself a, I don't know, maybe we'll take the rule for no flash photography with me off, and then you can take a picture with me and rub my bald head for good luck, like a Buddha. Alrighty. I think the cool thing about it is, a dog man. We'll try to get a dog man in here too. The Dave and everybody always goes out to Area 51 and junk. I think they go take a picture at that mailbox that's there. I have to 5 p.m. Eastern. Those crazy East Coast people. All the Bigfoot and Dogman people are on the East Coast, it seems like, and all the UFO people are on the West Coast. But 1 second here. Gotta do the old throat pipe here with my, what am I having today? TNT brand Earl Grey, or no, TNT green tea, not Earl Grey. Usually I just go for Earl Grey, but blah, blah, blah. It's hot like it was just boiling. All right, we need a dog man in here. What's the dog man going to be doing?
Burying the space rock.
Let's see. Squish a dog man somewhere. This might have to turn into a collage of strangeness. Yes, dog man. There should be enough space right here for him. The dog man. Kind of looks like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life, if you think about it. That was a really good show back in the day. This will be a smaller dog man. Maybe he's a juvenile. A little bit of a ruckus creator. He doesn't really know what he's doing. But we give him some red eyes as well when he gets to that point, when they go to do the coloring. What's he going to be doing here? Burying something. He might already be done burying it, so we might have to just have him holding a shovel as well. There's going to be a lot of shovels in this drawing, apparently. That's what happens when you improv stuff. Oof. He's really fluffy. Bonk. Hit my head on that sucker there. Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life was pretty good. The dog, Spunky, was one of my favorite characters. Just his name was hilarious. And then he had his buddy Heifer, which I didn't realize was a cow, or a word for a cow back in the day, or old-timey word. Just like, back when everything had ye oldie on the end of it. And you know what? Maybe we're just going to turn this into... this is going to be a broom. I don't know why, but it's going to be a broom. That's what we're going with. It's all improv, so... And then sometimes you just have to improvise, adapt, and overcome, like that Bear Grylls guy, and then, I don't know, drink your own pee or something. That's what he always seems to want to do. Here's my goofy-looking dog man. I wasn't expecting to draw, and he was going to have a shovel, but now he's got a broom. And it's not a witch's broom either. It's just a regular... This actually looks like my broom that I have outside. Mickey G, how are the cats? Well... One cat is currently piled on top of Foxxx, and she can't move, so good thing. Hopefully she went to the washroom before she got here. So, and Gremlin is nowhere to be seen, and Whiskey is a grouch, and she's hiding in the basement. You know what? We have put a little goblin in here too for good measure. This will be in. Sorry, go ahead.
Throw Zombunny in there.
Yes.
He's probably the one who buried the Sprock.
Good old Zombunnies. I had some friends stop by today, and they were surprised by the amount of art that I had done since the last time they came by, because I hadn't seen them for almost a year. And then they were even more surprised when I showed them the plushies that Foxxx had made for some of my characters, and also her Zombunnies, which are available at. Geez, what's probably the best way to get a hold of you? Instagram?
Instagram, email.
We'll just have to get Foxxx type her email in if you need a Zombunny or something, or they're good Christmas presents, or if you need a alien, you can get one of those. And luckily we have a broker, so we can ship anywhere in the world. Because they haven't invented portals and things like that, which would make the shipping world would just be decimated at that point in time. If they had portals, because your stuff might arrive on time and not damaged. It's about that time of year now where all the truck drivers and everything are 1, 2, 3. All the truck drivers are crashing into the ditch because the snow's coming, and it's a complete mess out there in Alberta right now. Excuse me. Let's get some more of that delicious tea. Does Foxxx make face huggers? I don't know, Foxxx. Do you make face huggers?
I haven't attempted one yet, but yeah.
She hasn't attempted one. She could probably give it a shot. I don't know what she's doing with her sideshow of madness that she's got going on.
Oh, Jennifer88 says she just received her prize today.
Ooh, perfect. How perfect. Hey, you know what? Maybe you'll win 2 times in a row. Because you know what? There's no you got to wait 6 weeks or whatever to be back in the draw. So, you know what, Jennifer? You might be lucky, but somebody already picked number 13. So I'm gunning for that guy. Warren, if you're listening, I can't fudge the dice, but I hope you win anyways because you picked my number. All right, now we have to do a Zombunny. He's going to be laughing at the Sprog. That was actually pretty good timing. I sent it out last, I think Wednesday or something. Because when I went on the Monday, the Canada Post thing was down and it wasn't working. Good old Canada Post. So I had to send it out on, it was like Wednesday or Thursday. So it's not bad. Oh, yes. The numbers are between 1 and 100, Nikki G. If you have a number that's already picked, we'll let you know. Now we get to draw a Zombunny. He's proud of his work of burying that poor little Gremloid. You rustling around over there? She's rustling.
Okay, so
Foxxx is going through the gigantic pile of numbers, and she's got a bag full of bits and pieces of Zombunnies and all types of other creatures in her bag there. And I think there might even be a bloody axe. Because sometimes you just have to carry around a bloody axe with you to let people know that you mean serious business. I'm going to put the Sprog's little leg sticking out too. He's just stuck in there. He's this snowed in Sprog. Yes. What else happens in winter? Oh, you need one of those obligatory winter pole things that was always in children's cartoons back in the day. It's like a giant candy cane type thing. Look at that stupid thing in the way there. Apparently, I'm muted. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to draw jellyfish alien. And yes, Bugs, we got you down. And I'm happy that you've got your stuff there. Jennifer, I was asking while I was muted, have you ever tried ketchup chips before? Because if you've never had ketchup chips, Jennifer, maybe I'll send you a bag of those. Or two different types. Here's the little jellyfish alien I haven't drawn for a while. Because he truly believes he is a UFO. I'm not sure if he really is. Some people call the jellyfish alien or the jellyfish UFO a smear on a lens, but you know what? I don't think so. One thing that I haven't seen for a while as well is the guy with his black space venom goop that he had. Apparently, it was a hoax and everything, but still, I think it was a lot better than there's that Juanito Juan guy. And apparently, he has aliens visiting him, but it just seems too perfect. But that's the problem, right? If you get good proof of something and you share it with people, what are they going to say? They'll have weird guys draw cartoons going, "Oh, that doesn't even look real or nothing," and then you have people that just believe anything. Like as much as I love the guy and Lou is true, but I mean, sharing a picture of it. Well, Jennifer. Well, Jennifer, I will send you some ketchup chips. It's a Canadian staple. Apparently, they taste better if they taste good if you crunch them up and put them on things. That's what my friend Nicole said. I'm not sure whether it's true or not. I just eat them out of the bag. I'll send you a couple different flavors. Squidbilly. Yeah, it's kind of like in England they have like onion flavored chips, which is really weird. All right, let's see here. And how about a random present in the snow? Random presents are always nice. Like getting a gift from Canada. Let's put a nice little bow on top too. It'll be a polka dot present box. Why not? Like the polka dot door. I think that was exclusively Canadian too. All right. Excuse me. Let's get a little swig here. And you know what we should do, Fox, is show off some of those aliens and the plushie.
If I can reach. 'Cause
Oh yes, I forgot about the jerk cat. Whoop.
full size one this time.
Oh,
He's not for giveaway, but
let's this isn't part of the giveaway here, but let's see if I can get this here.
up and down he moves.
Oh, of course. Well, he's a cat. What do you expect? Let's try something here. All right, here we go. Back to this. And now that I have that sitting up there, the cats will probably jump up and knock it over. And my throat is really dry. One moment here. Okay, kitty cattywhack. I don't know if we have 38 yet.
You called it last week.
Oh yeah, she called it last week. I was just testing you. It was a test. I've smoked while eating bacon chips.
Oh, enough with the fractions, Magneticus. Pick a round number. A whole number.
I guess you get to pick a normal number.
A whole number.
Yes. Otherwise, we're just gonna round down on you. I think he's probably an alien, to be honest. All right. What else here? Let's do one of those Corbell triangle pyramid style UFOs that were apparently over ships and whatnot. I even call these the Corbell. Corbell in his combat boots and backpack that he's always wearing. I always figure Jeremy Corbell, and like when I see him and George Knapp, I always think it's like George Knapp taking his kid somewhere and he's like, "Come on, Dad, we got to go to the UFO conference." There we go. Let's you know what? Let's do like the old 1950 special too. I'd have one of those in there. And then I'll have to start coloring this guy up here. I'm just excited to give some stuff away to people. Holy. Excuse me. Maybe I need a lozenge of some sort. Don't think I have any. I'll suffer. There's the old 1950 special, the Sky Runner. Definitely not influenced by Earthbound or anything. And you know what? Let's put a cloud up there. A happy little cloud. A Bob Ross happy cloud. What's we'll call him that? We'll call him the Bob Ross happy cloud. Bob Ross happy cloud. Oh yeah. All right. I'm just gonna start coloring this bad boy up, and then why didn't I think of putting it here before? And then if we need to get putting more animals in there than beasts, we shall do that as well.
Apparently, it's using a lot like Homer Simpson.
Lozenge.
And praying mantis on the cloud.
Praying mantis on the cloud. All right, we'll do that right now. Little mantis alien up there. Little bug eyes. Front. I wouldn't want to have to deal with a 16-foot praying mantis. That'd be just terrible. Probably just eat you while you're still alive and everything too. Getting little praying mantis wings. I'm not sure if they have just 2 wings or more than 2. Because I've only ever seen a praying mantis in real life when I was in elementary school. Because they brought a whole bunch in, which was really neat. And I remember it because we really wanted to take them home, and they wouldn't let us take them home, which is kind of lame. But the thing I remember most about it is that where they kept the praying mantis in their little cage there, that is also where the Bigfoot and the Ghost and the UFO books were, which were my always go to in elementary school. Because that's, you know, every other kid's reading stuff about big red dogs and magic school buses, and I'm trolling the computers to see if they have anything about Bigfoot and ghosts, and it's always been one of my favorite subjects. And now I just decided years ago, why don't I just draw cartoons about the things that I enjoy so much? And then I started doing that, and then I met Dave, and then I got to go to Vegas and meet a bunch of weirdos, and I had a lot of fun. And now look at me, drawing stuff for Spaced Out Radio. Actually, I don't know if I ever told the story of when I first started doing stuff with Dave. Is I was listening to the show when I used to draw cartoons while listening to it, and I drew a UFO, and I asked Dave if he wanted it, and he's like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Did Bob Bigelow own Skinwalker Ranch?" Because I can't just say yes. And he's like, "That's awesome." And then I mailed it to him, and then I don't know, a couple weeks later, he said, "Hey, like nobody gets paid to do this, but if you're interested, would you like to draw a cartoon once a week or something?" So I originally just used to draw a cartoon once a week, and then in about 2022, our good friend Nicole Sakic brought the idea up. She goes, "Hey, why don't we get Dirty Filth to draw on the show?" And well, here we are now. So one of my best pals in the world. Thank you very much, Nicole. Brilliant idea with your big, beautiful brain. And so I've been doing that ever since. And I have a ton of fun with it. And plus I get to book the guests too, so I get to bring cool people like Bugs on the show. We're gonna have to get Bugs back next in the new year at some point in time. I know everybody had a blast, and he's just an overall cool guy. I'm pumping his tires a little bit here. Plus, he shares my artwork a whole bunch of times on X and junk. And if you follow him on X, if you're on there, I think it's Bugs Finds Bigfoot. Plug your stuff for yourself there, Bugs. And he does he puts up a lot of cool cartoons and little funny things. And it's just good because, you know, a subject that sometimes takes itself a little too serious needs to have, you know, a little bit of a bright side to it, and you got to have fun with stuff. And if you stay serious all the time, then stupid cat here. If you stay serious all the time, then I don't know, maybe you'll have a brain bubble or something, or you get all stressed out for no reason when you should just be enjoying yourself. What's the best way to enjoy yourself? Well, that's easy. You just get one of your best pals, and then you draw cartoons for an hour, and then you go and eat some chicken wings with your other pals. And then draw cartoons and leave them on the wall at the local watering hole.
Your mom says, so this is Nicole Sarkich's fault.
Yes.
And that dog man looks like Lola.
Oh. Well, let's give that guy the name there. Dog Man, aka Lola. That's a character in one of my favorite movies, Lola Rent, which is the English version is Run Lola Run, which is it's a German film. It's quite unique. Basically, it's about a girl and her boyfriend, and her boyfriend finds a Tasha, a satchel of drug money, and the story's told in like 3 different styles of what could have happened. That's the best way I can explain it without giving too many spoilers. But the main character's name was Lola, which is a nice name, kind of like Lavinia or Lorelei. Lorelei is also an area in Edmonton. All right, we get a little bit more blue in here. Actually, I should probably stay away from that for the time being because it's all slopped with water because I'm a pig with my water when I do this stuff. And somebody will be the proud new owner of this in no time. Maybe. Who knows where it's going to go? Probably somewhere in the States because most of the people that listen here are from the States. Although it'd be really neat if somebody was from, I don't know, maybe Race Fan will win it and go all the way to Australia where they got nice hot weather right now, and the Yowie are out bathing on the beach, sipping strawberry daiquiris. If that's, I'm not sure if the Yowies like those or not, but you never know. One thing I haven't tried and I'd like to give a shot from is the Vegemite. I've heard it's either terrible or really good, but I've had haggis and I really like that, so who knows? The best way to explain haggis to people is, everyone thinks it's all, well, everybody knows what it is. They just say it sounds gross, but it just tastes like extremely rich shepherd's pie. If you've ever had a shepherd's pie, which I'm fairly certain most people have had shepherd's pie before. Alrighty. This is also a good time to mention that you should go to Spaced Out Radio Store and buy a pair of underwear with Dave's face on it, because you can do that, because we have no ugly swag. I think we may have to do a drawing specifically for Dave to turn into a shirt so he can have a Dirty Fylth drawing on a shirt or something, but we've kind of already got that covered here. We're working on some stuff, but I can't really say anything else because I'm under a gag order. Strangled. We do have a prototype in the works. But holy Sneezy McSneezerton there in the other room. But yes, go to spacedoutradio.com. Check out some of the stuff. Buy a Science Blob poster. Are you okay over there, lover? How is there even cat fuzz on this? And there's not even any cats near me. Unbelievable. Cats, I tell you. I had 6 cats in the house this week. As a friend of mine, they were cleaning his apartment and everything and all this craziness, and they had to have the cats out. So the gremlin and the gargoyle were being jerks as usual, with the gremlin stalking the other little cats, and we had Snowball. We had Smokey, and we had Willow, and Donut. And Donut just hid in the basement the entire time, and I think I seen her about twice. And Smokey was on the show on Monday. She decided to jump up here. Everybody thought it was the gargoyle, but surprise, they were wrong. I need my yellow. What am I looking for here? I'm losing my brains, folks. There it is. Smokey's a fat cat that doesn't care about anything. kind of looks like the gremlin or the gargoyle, but look at that cat fuzz. How does it even happen? Unbelievable. Let's see here. Get a little bit of purple in the sky too, just for good measure, because I'm the guy drawing it and I can do whatever I want. Actually, I'm done drawing it. I'm painting it now. It was interesting to have 6 cats. I think it's the maximum you can have in Edmonton. 6 cats, or you can have like 2 dogs and 3 cats or something. I'm not sure what the bylaw says, but you know what? That's the bylaw. You know what? You're not supposed to jaywalk, but what do people do anyway? They jaywalk. So, as if anybody ever listens to that, unless you got one of those whiny neighbors that. Ugh, that's the bad thing too about when you move somewhere or you get a new place. You don't know what your neighbors are like. You could have some weird guy with his friends that roll dice on the weekends and they outside till 1 o'clock in the morning, blathering on about critical strikes and things like that. And how come my character died? And well, Watson, if you wouldn't have stood in the fire, then the dragon wouldn't have melted your character now, would you? That's typical Watson when he plays D&D or any RPGs for that matter. I'm just going to charge in and try to hit everything as possible. Why am I getting beaten up? Well, Watson, that's what happens. He's a good meat shield, though. In real life and in the game. He's also really good at darts. I, however, am not good at darts. I just like trying to throw for the bullseye, and apparently you're supposed to do a bunch of numbers and some other stuff, but yes. Who keeps slopping all this water on here? Unbelievable. What a pig. Me. All right, this is almost done here, folks, and then I'm going to get to the aliens and the sprogs and zombunnies and everything else. Then it'll be time to give away precious, rare artwork that in 10,000 years, aliens will come here and they'll find this stuff. Like, well, whoever this artist was, he's got art all over the world. And I'm still hoping that Science Bob decides to build a rocket to send into space. Or somehow if he can get a hold of like Elon Musk, and then maybe I can mail him something and send it to space. And I have that over almost every other artist in the world to be like, yeah, you might be better than me, and you might be a New York Times bestseller, but you don't have artwork floating around in space. Would have been cool to get my artwork on that car that's floating around, unless I crashed into a planet or something. I'm not sure whatever happened to the spaceman in his space car. There we go. Even there too. Look at that. It's a nice winter scene. Everybody having fun. Little do they know they're gonna get coal for Christmas, especially the alien, because Santa's gonna go, oh, there's that Carl guy, but he doesn't realize it's not actually Carl. So this poor alien has no idea. He's not going to get very good presents because Carl's ruined it for him. Which Carl seems to be good at that. Mr. Gray Alien. If anybody wants to name him now. On the cartoon here. Because he doesn't have a name as of yet. Bob Ross, the alien. Well, I'd have to edit his hair then, wouldn't I?
Undead Jet says Artie.
Well, it's Artie the alien then. Thank you, Undead Jed. Does he have a last name, Undead Jed, or is it just Artie Spork is his name? There we go. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Look at that.
That's if they were all named Carl.
Oh, jeez. What would be worse? Every alien named Carl and actually a clone of Carl, or the gremlin running the world?
Because they both happen simultaneously.
Well, that's the end of humanity as well. You just imagine that. Gremlin running the world, and all the Carls running around, helping him run the world. That would just be a complete gong show. All the other aliens and alien races, and it'd be like, yeah, we're not going to go to Earth anymore. Just avoid that place. The Galactic Federation would come down and be like, we're not even going to get involved with this one, to tell you the truth. We're staying out of this. They just roadblock the entire planet. Well, you had a good run, Earth, but good job, Carl and Cat. Yeah, cats. Speaking of cats, I had a dream the other day about Blob. It was interesting. That blob, I tell you, I miss that cat. But the only thing that you can do is just replace your cat or dog with another cat or dog. Or a spider of some sort if you have a spider. Maybe a lizard. I never owned a lizard or anything. My friend had a leopard gecko. Yeah, look at that. There's already the alien. Dave's original alien, I said it was Carl. That's because Carl was the name of the alien on the very first episode of South Park that turned the cows inside out. Well, look at that. There's some history for you guys. Well, lover, Foxxx, what color am I making this zombunny here?
Yellow with pink.
Kate.
The one that he's hugging in the calendar picture.
Oh, yes.
Vengeance.
Oh, yes. By the way, my calendar is available. You should get it before Christmas so that it works for the new year. I'll put the link in here. Whammo. The calendar has a whole bunch of dates with UFO and cryptid sightings and all that kind of.
Has a Mandela effect question about the barber's pole. Be just a red stripe or a red and blue stripe?
I've always seen them as red and white, but we'll make this one red and blue. Wait a minute. No, I think the barber stripe is red and blue because I remember those by my grandma's house. There was a barber shop that had red and blue, but I remember the North Pole one being just the candy cane red and white. This is going to be the barber shop one, red and blue, definitely. Thank you for helping me out with this, everybody. Now we need that little bit of revenge. If you get the calendar, you will get yourself some fine artwork, as well as I think there's like 4 or 5 months that have the Zombunnies and the Sprogs in it. I went pretty heavy with the Zombunnies and Sprogs this year, which is worth it because they're awesome. Anyways, the February drawing has the gremlin hugging the space Sprog hugging one of the Zombunnies, and he's not very impressed. So this is a little bit of a revenge that he's getting here. Anybody was wondering about that? What was the name of this Zombunny again? Foxxx?
That was Snowball.
Snowball. Yes. Snowball and the Gremloid. But you don't have to worry about the gremlin. You can't really hurt him. He's got no feelings and no brain power or anything, so nothing can bother him. Well, except for when he's whining about wanting to go outside and it's really cold out. He'll sit at the back door and all he does is whine and suffer. And Mrs. Fylth says, "I love hearing your screams of suffering and pain." And poor Mr. Gremlin. His brother, the gargoyle, doesn't mind. And then you have Whiskey. She's just a grumpy old bag. She doesn't mind going outside because she's all fluffy and it doesn't bother her at all. But the boys kind of go out when it's cold for about 5 minutes and then they start flicking their paws all over the place and questioning why they wanted to go outside. So you bring them back in and then they go right back to the door because now it's warm and they want out. Yeah. It's difficult to have an orange cat and try to explain things to him or let him experience things in life because it's basically like talking to a brick. He's heavy and if you threw him at someone, it would probably hurt. And I should have made that a Christmas tree. Too late now there, Klausenheimer. Right. Get my... This is a wooden shovel because they work better than those crappy plastic ones they make these days. These plastic shovels last about a month and then they're all folded up and mangled, and some of you people probably don't even know what a snow shovel is. Like, I think if I ever were to retire of some sort, that's what I'd do. I would just put a snow shovel on my truck or whatever and just drive south until somebody asked me what that thing is. I'd be like, well, here's my new home. But however, I enjoy living where I live. All my friends are here. All 13 of them. Rustling. All right. Next up, we got the dog man. Ooh, I should, we'll do the UFO of the squid variety, the jellyfish UFO. Normally I do him a blue color, but we're gonna do a little homage to my favorite octopus. And if anybody's ever played Final Fantasy VI, which is actually Final Fantasy III, grumble about that, but his name is Ultros, and he's kind of a comic relief character throughout the entire game. Kind of got a little bit of a cult following these days, but he was purple, and so we're gonna give this guy a little homage to Ultros, Unky Ultros. And then you hit him with fire, and then he says seafood soup, and then he whacks you with his tentacles, and well, I'm pretty sure there's a unedited Japanese version of that fight somewhere. But if there isn't, what's the rule, like 65 or something, where there is some sort of fan fiction made of it?
Oh, 34.
Yes.
It's, form.
Yes.
63 is if there's like a gender swapped character of every existing character.
Yeah, that's what they do when they're out of ideas now. Well, I gotta lube up the old pipe hole here. I can ramble some more. Yeah, Joel, I hear you. I'm not a very big people person. I like certain people, and I got a bunch of friends and stuff. But generally, overall, I don't like people. They talk and they're smelly, and they don't share my common interests of, hey, how's it going today? Have you heard about UFOs and aliens? Oh, great. Thanks, Klaus. Usually that's what goes on. I go places, I meet people, and then within about an hour, next thing you know, I'm talking about UFOs and aliens, and can't just leave it alone. But it's neat because a lot of times then people you wouldn't expect have had interesting experiences themselves. So that's always interesting. My pops has told me some of his interesting stories when he drove truck. We should get him on the show one day. Here's Bob Ross Happy Cloud with the Mantid. You know what? We might as well just name this Mantid guy too. I think everybody should have a name at least. Let's put Snowball's name down before I forget. We got the old gremlin here. There we go. Mickey G says, my son isn't one for the Final Fantasy game. That's all right. I've played up to Final Fantasy 9, and then I haven't really played anything else. I don't really have a lot of time for video games. I think the last time I played some games, I actually played a little bit of Breath of Fire on my Super Nintendo because I'm really old like that, and I don't have any of the fancy new systems. But I played Breath of Fire. That was a ton of fun. Don't think I've ever finished it though. I don't think I finished a lot of video games, just basically because I'm really not good at them. Hello, Aussie Ange. Oh, the gargoyle has returned. If anybody wants to give this mantid a name, we can do that too. We don't want them to feel left out, especially if they find out that we made a mantid and then we never named them. They'd come here and eat my brains. He's just gonna sit there. He's like, admire my handsomeness. All right, get that dog man all colored up. He doesn't change color in the winter. He's just a nice grayish color all the time. Fred. All right. Once again, thank you guys for helping me name my estranged characters here. Hello, boy. He's lurking around the room, deciding where he's going to go. It'll probably be right back onto Fox's lap. Nope.
There he goes.
Oh, let me just move that out of the way. Oh, I meant to pass that to you anyway. Well, everybody, there he is, the handsome gargoyle. Look at him. Oh, yeah. Well, at least he's not licking his butthole or anything. Look at him. Let's just get a unbelievable. All right, finish up the dog man here, and then we got to do the present. And then, oh, I got to do the alien in my barbershop pole. I don't think we... Mr. Gargoyle, Jennifer says hi. No, we haven't named the squid. If anybody wants to help with the squid, he needs a name. Ooh, let's see here. Present box. Put a yellow stripe on that bad boy. Oh yeah, great. I totally forgot. If I did that, I have to let it sit for a minute. All right, we'll color in the old goblin here.
Also says hi, Gargoyle.
Everybody loves you, Mr. Gargoyle. That's because you're handsome. He's the most handsome guy in the entire world. I will concede that. He's got a great personality, too. He's not just handsome.
Spurgy.
Spurgy?
For the squid, or Squidly.
Ooh. Spurgy Squidly is his name. Excellent. We'll finish up the goblin. That's just his name. It's just the goblin. He still hasn't beat the high score from the Mothman on the arcade machine of Ghost Hunter in the space bar, by the way, if anyone's wondering. We'll get back to that soon enough. Actually, use my nice fancy red. And I'm going to have to get my dice rollies here in a minute. Did I ever tell you they have great hair and nice eyes? And
in the basement? In the
no, they're actually on the counter downstairs. Thanks, pal.
As long as you make a mention that this is the final call to get the numbers in if they haven't.
Yeah, this is the final call to pick number between 1 and 100 to get in on the first one. The first draw is going to be for this. This is going to be for this draw. The other previous ones that were down is for the plushie bundle. So just made Kitty Caddywhack choke underwater. Alrighty. Oh, stretch out there a little bit. All right, so get your numbers in for this drawing. We're going to do that one first. We're going to give this one away first.
Okay.
So Undead Jed started off with 67.
I've got him down for that. Stone Hobbit 76 is open. Jennifer, I've got you for 18. Joe Monk, I've got you at 52.
I may have to do a little extra alterations to this. All right. Fancy boys. Okay. Let's get the rolly page out here. I need some dice. Let's go with classic black. And
Joe Monk says 33. That's taken.
33 is taken, Joe Monk. Sorry. Let's put the prize. Sorry, Mr. Gremlin or Mr. Gargoyle. We got to put the prize up here for everyone to see. You can knock it over all you want. I can just get a new frame. Where's those other guys? There we are. Okay. So this one is for the plushies.
I thought we were.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
drawing first.
the drawing first. So this is for this
Okay.
drawing. Today's drawing right here. Let me just close it off for the time being. So this is how it's great. What a struggle. Okay. This is how this works. One dice is the tens, one dice is the ones. I roll it, and whoever is closest to the number wins. If there's two people close, we'll take those two people. They can take two extra numbers, and then yes. So, oh, I have to sign this first to make it actually official. There we go. Okay, here we go, folks. For the drawing of today, we will use the black as the tens and the gray, which I like this dice. I'm going to use this tonight for the ones. So everybody's locked in apparently. Last chance, anybody, if you want to put a number up to win this drawing, fabulous drawing, you have to have a post office box or mailing address. Okay, here we go, folks. Number 12.
12. We have somebody who's called 13 and somebody who's called 11.
Who were those people?
Those were locals. But if we're doing it for just the viewers, then the closest to 12 would be 18. That'd be Jennifer again.
Wow, Jennifer, looks like you are the closest to 12. Great. All right. You've won 2 in a row. It's not fixed or anything. Let's do some different dice now for the big giveaway, the fancy giveaway. Let's here we go. The plushie bundle. All right. We'll do red as the tens and green for the ones. So this is for the plushie bundle, everybody.
Want me to roll one?
We'll let Fox roll one. You can roll the ones.
All right.
I will roll the tens and Fox will roll the ones. Here we go. 13. Warren.
Warren.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, thanks everybody for playing and everything. I had a wonderful time. Just let me check something here really quick. I have to send him a picture. Well, at least the only good thing is I don't have to pay shipping for this. But nonetheless, Jennifer, you won a fabulous drawing. I think I'm going to do this again next weekend because you know what? I have a lot of fun doing this, and it's neat to give the stuff away. So next Saturday I'm going to do another one, and you people can come back and have a chance to win again, and hopefully you have better luck instead of Jennifer, who probably is waving a chicken over her head, and maybe she's got some like little bones that she has, and she's rubbing her like crystal balls or something. So. But don't worry, Bugs. I'll get you. I'll whip you up a little Bigfoot card of some sort. I think I have one. Handy. Oh, look at that. We'll send you that one there, Bugs, with your Christmas card. Just toss a boulder. Why not? That's what Bigfoot likes to do, right? So anyways, everyone, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate everyone hanging out. And come back next weekend, next Saturday. Dogman official name. Always be Lola. Yes, I think we can do that.
I actually have when he mentioned Dogman being Lola, the Valentine's fun, like the Valentine's pairs, Dogman and Lola.
Perfect. Excellent. We have a plan for Valentine's, so we'll keep that together. But anyways, Bugs, make sure you shoot me a message with some kind of mailing. Oh, I have your mailing address. Never mind. But anybody else, if you want a Christmas card or whatever, I'll type in my email and you can shoot me an email here. Yes, Fylth@fylthy.com. Well, Mickey G, Crap. I can call you in sick if you'd like. Hi, Mickey G can't make it. Got hit by a bus, but Mickey G will be back on next Saturday. But yes, everyone have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And if you want a Christmas card, just shoot me email. I just need a post office box of some sort, and I'll get you a Christmas card sent out, and maybe I'll scribble something on the back, or I'll send some cat hair or something with it. I don't know. So thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to roll dice, and I'll try not to kill my players maliciously. Have a great weekend, and remain dauntless, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Tschüss. Fox says bye, cats say bye. Have a good night, Bugs. Bye, Kitty Cattywack. Bye, Forest Loop.